Good morning, Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So I wanted to talk about this topic that I found very interesting. So, it was some NBA players, I guess they were saying that they would take $100 million and F a championship, right? They would take the big time contract. They don't care about the championship. They don't need it. They want the bag. They want the bread, right? And then in response to that, Steven Jackson. Y'all know Steven Jackson, Captain Jack. He came out and he was basically belittling people that think like that. Stack came out on Instagram or on Twitter talking about he would miss out on $100 million and take $50 million to get an NBA championship ring, right? That's how much he cares about being the best in his profession, right? He said it would, I'm going to quote him. He said it would suck to play the game of basketball and never say you was a champion. You was never the best in the world. 50 million is enough for people who come from nothing. We know how to make that work. That 50 million is like 200 million to us. And then he said the NBA players who think like that are not winners. NBA players who would take $100 million and say F a championship, you know what I mean, and wouldn't take a $50 million pay cut for a championship, he said they not winners. Y'all, I'm going to say this, man. At the end of the day, y'all, unless you are the elite of the elite, or unless you're a Pantheon great, not too many people gonna remember you anyway or care about your legacy. So just go ahead and get that bag, okay? If you PJ Tucker, you Josh Hart, you Cameron Payne, you Derrick Jones Jr., go get that bag, y'all. They offer you that bag, go get the bag. All that fuck trying to win a championship. No, your legacy ain't gonna be that important for people to care about or put a microscope on. It's not. Taking a pay cut like that is only for the Pantheon greats who millions of dollars they've already made. They mega $1 million. They've already been a max player already several times over, and they at the end of their career. Go ahead and take that pay cut champion, get you the NBA championship. Everybody else, nah, dog. Nah, don't listen to what Stack's saying. He's telling people it's better to be the 8th man on the championship team than to make an extra $50 million. In what world is that cool? Stop smoking that weed, bro. For real. And I think Stack be trying to say certain stuff just to seem so real, like he the realest dude in the room. Like I told you, I hate when dudes want to act like they just the realest dude around, and they the realest dude to ever exist, to breathe on earth. Like they just the realest dude to ever just do anything. And sometimes he gets so caught up in that, he starts saying foolish stuff, right? Because, listen, if you're not a Pantheon great, you know, cut it out. Go ahead and get the bag. Charles Barkley, I don't care what nobody say. Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, who has Patrick Ewing and them are no less great that they didn't win no championship. They're not. People just want to hold that against. They can hold that against them if they want to. But like, they ain't no less great. Really, if we want to be for real, my uncle told me that the ring talk is what the old heads did to Michael Jordan to like create separation between them and Mike when Mike was coming up. Oh, he ain't got no rings though. Mike was coming out the gate scoring 28 a game, putting pressure on dudes and being the prolific, high-flying, high-scoring machine. He was a straight-up assassin and animal. The other legends had to put the championship. Oh, he ain't got the rings though in order to separate themselves from Mike and say that, hey, Mike ain't on our level. Right? And then that ring talk trickled down to LeBron James. Then it trickled down to Kevin Durant. Then it trickled down to everybody else. Right? I don't care. Like, bro, for real, if you a role player, you're not a Pantheon great. I'm playing for the Guangdong Tigers for $100 million. I could care less about an NBA championship. If I'm not a dude that's going to keep getting max contracts, knock it off. I don't care. Like, for real, like nah, dog. I'm going to be for real with you. I'd rather be Jaylen Brown than Bruce Brown. Y'all know Bruce Brown just won with the Denver Nuggets. I'd rather be Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. Get that max deal, player. Listen, you get a championship, it's going to come. Hopefully it does. But at the end of the day, man, listen, you want to create generational wealth for your people. You want your kids to eat. Listen, do what you got to do. Get that bag. And don't let nobody shame you from taking that bag at all. We ain't doing that. Stack just want to act like he, again, trying to get caught. He get caught up in trying to sound like he's just the most realest dude on the earth, coolest dude in the world. Fam, you taking it. I don't care what he say. He would have took that goddamn $100 million. He ain't leaving $50 million on the table for a championship. I don't give a fuck what he's talking about. I don't care. He can talk that right now. It's hard to leave $50 million on the table. When Carmelo Anthony He could have came to the Bulls. He would have been taking a $50 million pay cut. I said, you know what? Melo, get your bread, dog. $50 million is a lot to leave. And that's a pantheon. That's a elite player. A pantheon, like an all-time great player. I don't know about pantheon because LeBron like pantheon, but he's an all-time elite player. For real. First ballot Hall of Famer. And he like, yo, I got to get that 50 mil. And I felt him like, yo, get your bread, dog. You know what I'm saying? Again, if he wanted to get a championship later on in his career, go ahead. But listen, while you young and you in your prime and you able to get the bags that you want, go ahead and get it. Because at some point, these NBA teams and owners gonna figure out a way not they're gonna figure out a way not to pay you, especially as you get older. They're gonna figure out a way not to pay you and justify your age and your decline in play. Because all players gonna go through a decline. Even LeBron James going through a decline now, right? And when it comes, they gonna try to, because you ain't gonna have the same clout and cachet that you had when you were younger. They're gonna figure out a way to pay you less. So make all the money you can while you young, dog. I don't care. Willie Cauley-Stein, something about some. He left the NBA, dog. The NBA left youth player. Let's be for real, right? But if you Willie Cauley-Stein and I don't know, any other role player, Ayo Dosunmu from Morgan Park High School, you know, my high school that I went to in Chicago. Ayo played for the Bulls. Ayo, get the bag. All that championship talk, that just sound good in discussion when you just talking about your legacy. That just sound that shit for you to brag on. Go get the bag, bro. Because you're not a max player. Go get your money, take care of your family, take care of your people, take care of your kids and your kids, like Floyd Mayweather was doing with his bread. Don't worry about what Stack talking about. He just too busy trying to be the realest dude in the room, but checking in with little ass kids in O Block in Chicago.